Well, back home, a massive crowd took part in Madison's version of the Women's March this afternoon. Our Chris Gothner was there as tens of thousands marched to the Capitol.
Marchers of all ages made their way down State Street today, not shy about what they believe in, not shy about how they feel about President Trump.
Not my president!
In numbers, you feel strength and you solidarity, and I'm hoping that Donald Trump will listen.
Women's rights are human rights!
Police say 75 to 100,000 people showed up today. That's quite a bit more than original estimates. You can see a lot of people are fired up right now, a lot of people chanting slogans. A lot of people out here from various places, even outside the Madison area. We've seen some state and elected officials out here as well.
They felt sad and lost.
Despite being called a women's march, these demonstrators say their concerns were not just women's rights.
It's just every minority and every group that Trump has spoken down about.
And the marchers themselves, not just women.
I think it's important for men to support women's issues, for people who identify as heterosexual support gender identity and sexual orientation, and on and on.
As they headed to the Capitol, the one thing we heard from a lot of these folks is that this protest is just the beginning.
Thank you, state of Wisconsin.
We are not going to take anything that he's doing laying down, that we're going to fight him all the way. Even if he is the president, we're still going to stand up and fight.
This is still my country. This is still my state. This is still my city, and we're not going anywhere.
In Madison, Chris Gothner, WISC News 3.
We're doing. We have to be conscious and know what we are doing.
More than 100 people spent their Sunday afternoon condemning an act of violence to a Madison memorial.
I was terribly alarmed by this. It's disgusting.
It's really upsetting to see on the news, but to see it literally in your backyard is really upsetting.
On September 20th, vandals sprayed the monument with swastikas and the phrases "Antifa sucks" and "Trump rules."
I wasn't surprised because Donald Trump has given a presidential permission slip to every single racist and crypto-fascist out there who wants to come out here and just be absolutely as ugly as they've ever wanted to be.
The plaque honors Americans of the Abraham Lincoln Brigade that fought fascist forces during the Spanish Civil War. It's placed just steps away from the historic Gates of Heaven synagogue.
It's not an accident that they chose this place.
The vandalism has now been replaced with messages of love and support, with people here saying that, and the protest is a step towards combating the hate.
We must stand up against nasty racism, swastikas next to a synagogue.
I think saying anything, doing anything is better than nothing.
In Madison, Keely Arthur, WISC News 3.
Late last night in Madison, hundreds paid their respects to veterans as 91 of them returned home from the 25th Badger Honor Flight. Photojournalist Chris Hawbaker takes us there.
Badger Honor Flight is the organization here in Madison, Dane County. This is our 25th flight since we started 6 years ago. We sent over 2,100 veterans to the flights to see their memorials in Washington, D.C.
It takes a lot of planning and a lot of work and a lot of volunteers, but on flight date, it all pays off, because whether we're on the flight working or like this time I'm here, and for the send-off and the welcome home, you see all of the families and the people that are coming out to welcome home the vets. The veterans actually start arriving between 4 and 4:30. We have registration, then a short program at 5:30 to 6. They start loading the plane. We're basically wheels up between 7 and 7:15. They land at Reagan National at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Then they visit, the first stop is the Tomb of the Unknown, and then the other memorials. Then they get back to the airport and they're heading back here about shortly after 7.
This is going to rock and roll tonight.
They'll have their red Badger Honor Flight cap on and their red jacket, red shirt that we give them.
We are welcoming home my mom, Jackie Luther. She was in the Air Force getting a welcome home that she never got. She has no clue that any of us are here.
Welcome home, Jackie!
When they hit the top of the steps, the top of the escalator, the first reaction is, oh my God.
Emotion in their eyes, their faces, there's tears in their eyes.
This group of people that's here is here to welcome them home. We We generally get anywhere from a couple thousand to sometimes it's been up to 5,000.
He's my grandpa, he's a great-grandpa, father, and husband. We're all proud. Welcome home, Grandpa!
Yeah, there'll be tears, there's cheers, it's a great time.